Aitnitas Heitzapka CM. Aitnashqualawan Quanasilam Nala. Good morning. Thank you all for being here today. It is so good to see you all. I'm Angela Rice. I am the current principal for Quw'utsun Smun'eem Elementary. On behalf of our school, I'd like to welcome you all here today. It's great to have so many students, families, elders, staff, leadership, community members, and our project partners with us for this special occasion. Although the ground has already been prepared before we begin construction, we wanted to be certain to start in a good way. We are gathered today for a ground blessing where we will recognize those that have come before us, the work ahead, and the people who will be part of the school expansion. This will let us go forward on a positive path for this project. I want to express my gratitude for the blessing being shared today. This is an exciting moment for our school and our community. We're grateful to be able to gather to mark the beginning of this expansion. I would like to start by inviting Myra Charlie to offer an opening prayer.
Ay native CM na siya Geneem het sneste men, ete mannes, ete santus pli, slaat hem staan. Heidskatitet CM, was Israël Eepstal, het een House Square, die gemeente zeggen de makswet eten is geëetst, zeggen de Smun'eems niet de school uit. Dit CM eten gewoon naast nou, die gemeente zeggen de makswet eten geotten tamog, en zwaar en uit tamog. Dit CM, het is niet meer getoet, at me stemmig, niet ja zo hek. Dus was eerst ja zo jaarjes, neemt du immers, als je neemt het uittamog, dat du hek het niet mag, zo wat jaarjes eten, gaat het de tateleut. Halskatiet CM met de mogstem. Geneem het neste men, ete mannes, ete santus pli, slaat hem staan.
Hi, CM Myra. I would now like to invite Chief Cindy Daniels to speak. Chief Daniels has been a strong leader for our nation and has guided important work around governance, jurisdiction, and the future of education for our children. Welcome, Chief Daniels.
Thank you, Angela. Right, Squale, everyone. Honored to be here. It's really exciting. For most of my years at that council table, we have been working on this. Really glad to see Mary Ann Thorne, Shar coming, and our communication staff really look after me whenever these events happen, and they've prepared a speech. But I'm always trying to train the counselors to get used to doing their public speaking. And I'm going to ask Fran and Chris if they could share the speech and share some words with you guys.
Good day, respected friends and family. It is a pleasure to be here with all of you. Start of a much needed expansion on our elementary school in a good way. I'd say upcut to each and every one of you for taking the time to join us today. Hi, Angela, for the warm welcome to others for our opening prayer. I especially appreciate seeing our self-plan here today. You have always been our teachers, guiding us through our work, sharing our protocols and our oral history and our language.
What an amazing day for all of us. especially for our Smun'eem educators and families. We have a lot to be optimistic about when it comes to educating our Smun'eem. We are doing the work to move from colonial education and trauma that so many generations of Quw'utsun Smun'eem suffered, and we're still experiencing the impacts. Guided by our Sulsulxumaat, our elders, and supported by our community, we have successfully pursued self-governance over education. Through the return and jurisdiction in 2022, the ratification of our education law in 2025, and ongoing implementation work, our nation is committed to building a future where our families and culture thrive. We are now in a transition phase to establish our own education system that fully reflects and integrates our Quw'utsun culture, values, and teachings, and supports a revitalization of the Hul'q'umi'num language for the current and future generations of our Quw'utsun students. Cowichan Tribes is the largest First Nation in BC by population, with more than 5,600 citizens. That number continues to grow. We have a young population with nearly 30% of our community members age 18 and younger, which means our schools continue to experience growing demand for student spaces. Having sufficient education infrastructure, faculties, and classrooms are essential of exercising our inherent right to teach our Smun'eem children, speak a Hul'q'umi'num language, and practice our syuw'entst culture. Especially for our young children, elementary school is very important to be learning and speaking our language. You will hear more about our school's current operations, specific details of the expansion, which just means for our students from our next speakers. On behalf of our Chief and Council, I'd like to take this moment to recognize all the hard work has gotten us today. It's been a long time effort supported by our current and previous Chief and Councils, as well as their staff. Today is to celebrate this project and additional capacity it will provide. I look forward to gathering with you all again with a big grand opening celebration when the work is completed. I'd say syuw'entst.
Hi, Duncan, Chief, and Chris and Fran for sharing a few words. Next, I would like to invite Alistair McGregor, Chief Administrative Officer, to share a few words. Alistair works closely with Chief and Council and oversees the administration of Cowichan Tribes, including supporting major projects like this one.
I'd squeal everyone, and what a good day it is. It is so nice for us who are sitting up here to feel that beautiful, warm, late April sun on our faces. For me, I'm not just standing here as the CAO for Cowichan Tribes, but I'm also a father. I'm so blessed to be a father to 3 amazing daughters. And I think that's what fills my heart with gratitude, because I think everyone who's here today can realize that an investment like this in a nation's children is probably the most important thing that we can do. This is an investment in your nation's future, and this infrastructure here is only going to serve to strengthen the nation going forward. A project like this, however, does not happen overnight. It takes time, 10 years to be exact. This process started all the way back in 2016. And it doesn't just happen because one person makes a decision that we need this to happen. What you see behind you is a beginning, but it is also the end of a very long process that involved several chiefs and councils and many, many dedicated staff in the Cowichan Tribes organization. I am so lucky to work in an organization that has so many dedicated employees. But if you look at the education department, the public works department, and all of the effort that they have put in over the years to advocate for this project and to make it happen with Indigenous Services Canada, that is what is to be commended. As a former member of Parliament, I am no stranger to how Ottawa works and intimately familiar with the sometimes Byzantine nature of the Canadian federal bureaucracy. So that also needs to be recognized, because to get the federal government to recognize the importance of this project and to deliver the funding that is deserved for this, that requires a lot of tenacity and effort. And again, the people who are involved in this, they need to be celebrated because of this important investment. You know, since starting with Cowichan Tribes last summer, you know, I've always had a great relationship with Cowichan Tribes, but as someone in a different role. Now that I get to work for the nation, I think one thing that has struck me is the tenacity and resourcefulness of not only the administration and chief and council, but also for the community. This is a nation on the move. This is a nation that is asserting itself, asserting its sovereignty and jurisdiction over so many different things. And if you just look at what the administration is doing in terms of self-governance, in its education, health, infrastructure funding, you name it, this nation is not sitting still, and it is a dynamic place to work. So, you know, in my role, I'm so blessed to be sort of that nexus point between the direction of Chief and Council and the operational leadership team, and it's an incredibly privileged place that I occupy. So I just want to end by, you know, raising my hands to everyone who's involved. It's a real honor for me to be here to celebrate with you. And it's really gratifying. And, you know, to see the children who were playing out in the playground earlier, that is the reminder of why we do this work. So, Haitsepka to everyone. Thank you so very much for being here today to celebrate this.
Next, I would like to invite Roxanne Harris, the Quw'utsun Smun'eem's Education Director, to speak. Roxanne has worked in education for many years, including as a teacher and principal. She was the principal of Quw'utsun Smun'eem before I began, and brings all that experience to her leadership role today.
Hul'q'umi'num and Hul'q'umi'num Smun'eem. It's good to see you all, and it's a good day. My traditional name is Hul'q'umi'num. It's the feminine of my dad's name. His name is Hul'q'umi'num, and same as uncle. Just wanted to acknowledge my traditional name and where I come from. I'm from Staminas First Nation, and I am privileged to work here and honored to work here in Cowichan Tribes as the education director of the Quw'utsun Smun'eem Elementary. As a director of the education and someone who has worked in the school as both the principal and now I'm working as the education director, this moment in time means a lot to me. Like when I was here as the principal, I got to see the day-to-day of what happens here at the school and how the school functions and the needs of the staff. And when I did leave, it was because I became the elected chief of Staminas First Nation, and proud to say I was the first lady chief as well. So that's just why I left. But I was proud to come back and really happy to come back as the education director and get to see projects like this and moving it forward in a good way. So, but I want to start by acknowledging all of the school principals who have led Quw'utsun Smun'eem Elementary over the years, including Marianne Thorne, who's here today. Hi, Chika Marianne. Natalie Nelson, Claudia Rowland, and now Angela Rice. Just acknowledging all of their hard work and dedication to help us to get us to where we are today. Because each of them has worked hard to create a positive and culturally safe learning environment for all of our children while managing space and facility limitations for over 20 years. I also want to acknowledge the many staff and community members who have advocated for this project. It has taken a long time to get here, and with that persistence that we had to put forward, and the important to recognize that it did take a lot of hard work to get to where we are today, and really happy and proud that we're able to see this forward. But now that the ground is prepared, we are here today for a ground blessing to start this project in a good way and recognize the work ahead on our beloved school. This school has become a place where culturally grounded learning is a part of our student everyday experience. Hul'q'umi'num immersion is already here. Culture and language are already part of the daily learning. That foundation has been lovingly built by the Quw'utsun Smun'eem Elementary staff over time. What this expansion project does is strengthen that foundation and give the space it needs to grow. Right now, because of the limited space, many of our students have to leave Quw'utsun Smun'eem midway through their elementary school education. That transition can be difficult. Students are leaving a familiar environment, strong relationships, and a place where they can feel connected that gives them a sense of belonging. With this expansion, students will be able to stay in the same school with the same supports and continued success to both Hul'q'umi'num and English programming until grade 7. From the education perspective, that community matters. It allows students to build confidence over time, maintain relationships with their peers and education staff, and stay grounded in the culture as they move through their early years of their education. I always say it's the Cowichan ways of knowing and being that really grounds them in who they are and where they come from. The physical space also makes a difference. With additional classrooms and a full gym, a sensory room, and a learning kitchen, we are creating an environment that better supports a wide range of learning needs. These improvements will have a direct impact on our Smun'eem. When the space is no longer a barrier, the staff can focus more on the teaching and the students and focus more on the learning. Education is one of the strongest foundations we can provide for our children. When students have success to consistent, supportive, and well-equipped learning environments, they are better positioned to succeed with both academics and in life. Today marks an important step forward. We are building what already exists here and creating space needed to support the students for years to come. So I just want to thank each and every one of you. Syuw'entst.
Aitchka Roxanne for showing how important it is for students to be provided the opportunity to stay in one school during their elementary education. Next, I would like to invite James Ouliette, the Associate Director of Public Works, to speak. James is part of the team overseeing the planning and delivering of this project and will share details about what's being built and what to expect during construction.
Ainitith, Quw'utsun Smun'eem Intha James Ouliette. I'm the Associate Director of Shatnam, Public Works Department of Cowichan Tribes. I'm also Cowichan and a loving father of a one and a half year old daughter. I wanted to start by thanking our honored guests and elders for joining us today for this exciting announcement. Today, I'm going to talk about the project and what it will mean in practical terms for our sacred Smun'eem. Right now, because of space limitations, Cowichan children are not offered educational opportunities at our schools past grade 4. This expansion will add 8 new classrooms, a full-size gym, a sensory room, a learning kitchen, and additional space for teachers and staff. It will also allow the school to support students from kindergarten through grade 7 in both Hul'q'umi'num and English. Construction is expected to take approximately 18 to 24 months, and the school will remain open throughout this time. We've coordinated with our contractors and planned the work so the most disruptive phases like construction, any of the foundational work will happen over the summer break and when the students aren't in school. We will continue to manage the site carefully to ensure safety and minimize impacts throughout the school year. With everything staying on schedule, the expanded school will be ready for use in September 2027. The project is funded through Indigenous Services Canada, and along with the expansion, we're completing some seismic upgrades to the existing school on the full roof replacement. These upgrades will improve the safety and of the building in the event of an earthquake, and it will extend its lifespan. There are also some practical improvements. For example, the existing portable classroom that has been in use since 2014 will no longer be needed. The students will be learning in a permanent, purpose-built space. The new layout will also reduce crowding, provide more consistent classroom space, and give students access to the facilities like a gym, kitchen, that aren't currently available in the same way here. Before I wrap up, I want to acknowledge the staff and the community members who have been advocating for this project over many years. A lot of work went into getting us to this point, and it's very important to recognize that effort today. Overall, this project, how the school operates, it provides the space and facilities needed to support students as they move through more of their education here in the community in a stable and well-equipped environment. As a father, I'm excited to see this expansion finally going forward. As the Associate Director of Public Works, I am proud to be part of this project. And it promotes learning, and it gives our Smun'eem the best start in their education. Syuw'entst.
Hi, James. We are very excited to see the finished building. I would now like to invite Myra back up to come forward to lead the blessing.
My dear relatives and friends, indeed, this is truly an honor to do the blessing. So I want to thank everyone that had a part in this organization of this gathering. We look forward to, of course, we look forward to our Creator. Also, we never forget our ancestors who worked so hard to go forward in this world of ours. And of course, our present young people and our young people to come. And so I want to thank everyone for choosing me to do this sacred blessing. I know our land is already sacred. We say that all the time. But I guess we look to our Creator to bless the ground in this extremely special way, and to help those people that will work on that building. Not only those that are actually work there, but also the ones behind all this planning to get this school. And of course, our future people. So I have water, I have a canoe, and cedar here. Just to give a little explanation. Just to explain, the light is so important part of our tradition. So I will start the prayer facing our light, our sun. It's in the often nawa to na quail. They always Ohio to Moxford eat and not on the often nawa. Iho me sakit can haha tamok to what can hahas. The haha pain. What's new grandma? At this time, my dear relatives and friends, just ask you to do your own prayer in your own heart for this work to go forward and all the children that will be working here and adults and elders. So we'll just do a prayer quietly and excuse my back because I need to face this meeting. Teacher Siam, jag studenter også laver indstudens i sammen, fordi jeg så almostal på det sagen, højt skal teacher Siam. Så når man kan næste mænd, ikke mænd, ikke starters please, let them stand.
HCM for starting off the expansion construction in a good way. Our final speaker for today is our own teacher, Sulsulxumaat, who will share some words with us about how important this project is for our students. Then she will have some of our Quw'utsun Smun'eem dance group perform for us.
Ait native syuw'entst na siya Heitzapka Quins Quw'utnam at Tanaquail. Thank you for being here. I think about all of the work that's being done. Personally, for me, this is a full circle. A first full circle come around. I started off at East Toliko down the hill. I have memories of playing in that yard, playing in the school there. And coming back around, I never thought I'd be here. I was labeled as what you call a green child. A green child being someone curious who always asks questions. And I'm going to tell you that journey of why I was cautioned about being a green child at that time. We think about our experiences of our ancestors and the schooling that they experienced in their upbringing. I was cautioned at the time to be careful how I ask questions, because not many people don't know how to say, I don't know the answer. Instead, they responded with anger or resentment. And so I was cautioned to be careful. And I can confidently say our elders that are here with us today have done a lot of healing because they have patience to answer those questions to the little ones when they come up and ask. It's important here as a teacher that I explain to my class that I'm learning too. I just began my language journey. And I see many of my mentors in this crowd today, ones that I rely on heavily and I come to when I have questions, ones that I'm comfortable with. That mentorship means a lot to me, and I think about that for the dance group that we've created here. I make sure to tell my older dancers, you need to show them. You can't yell at them from across the way. You can't yell at them on the floor. You go out there if you want them to dance a certain way, if you want them to spin and you want to teach them how to spin. You have to go out there and be with their feet with them and dance right beside them. It's important that we walk in this journey together. And when I was thinking about schooling, I was thinking about the relationship that needs to heal. And that's happening today. The relationship that needs to heal between school and culture. That bridge that's being built by the elders and the Sulsulxumaat before us. that's starting to happen here. Hul'q'umi'num. I'm really happy in here. Happy in the confidence that my community has given me, because none of my schooling or my education, I didn't go to school to become a teacher. I say that all the time, and I have other teachers and my coworkers here, and I can say it because they always tell me, you're a teacher. But I look at one man that I listened to in my whole upbringing, and his words always echo, we learn from each other all the time. The importance of identity, a place where you belong, a place where you have a job, even if it's the smallest one, it's still needed. When you place that responsibility on a child, they feel needed. They feel like they belong. I think about all the things, and I think about, like, I'm not qualified to do this job all the time. I think about it all the time. I'm not qualified to be here. I don't know why I'm here, but, it kind of humbles me when I talk to Angela, because she feels the same way sometimes. And then I think, if we do this job together, we're qualified together. I think about what our elders say and how we fill in the pieces and how we all fit together like a puzzle. How we all fit together and how we all support one another. And I see it in our gatherings all the time. One piece can't function without the other. If you forget something, something happens. So teaching our children to take pride in who they are and giving them a place where they can come and be comfortable. And I'm going to say it this way, where they're loved in an education system. That one's big. To be loved in an education system is the greatest healing for many of our people, and it begins here with our children. I think about another word, spatlicum. These are our flowers. We grow our gardens here. These are the minds that we want to grow, to be strong and confident, not in just their education, but in their cultural self. My dance group, we have just restarted. We had to take a break and I'm so humbled by them, because I had to explain to them our cultural season is busy right now and I need to step away for a second. We have jobs in our communities that we're called to do. And it was explained to me that when I got to this point in age, you have a duty and you're a part of that. And so I explained that to them, and we took a break. They weren't happy, but we took a break and we've restarted. But this time with our restart, I've asked each of them to sign a contract with me. I've asked them to commit to their schooling to the best of their abilities. I've asked them to come and show up to the best of their abilities. I told them it's okay to have a bad day, but don't let that bad day carry on into the next day. I've asked them that when they put their regalia on, that they put it on with good feelings. That all of those things that they're wearing has life in it. It was either once living or someone made it, which means the breath of their life is on it. That they were thought of when they put it on. They were thought of to put all that stuff on. Many of whom are still learning, but I've also asked them to take care of their health. If they aren't playing any extracurricular sports, I've asked them, get your families out and go for a walk. Go for a walk for at least 30 minutes, 3 times a week. That's to keep your legs moving, to keep your body moving, so that when you come dance, it prevents injury. I've asked them to at least drink 2 bottles of water a day. I said minimum 2 bottles of water a day. If you drink more, then awesome. Now, I understand that me asking these things is a bit difficult, but I've also committed myself to better health. I've actually started running so I could sing for them. It's a lot. If they could have me singing, they'd have me singing all day. And they'd take turns dancing until I tired out. If you were here this morning, I kept them out here for 30 minutes, trying to tire them out. So that when we came out here, we wouldn't take too much of your time. But that's their passion. Their passion is why we're here. Their love, their growth. It's important to remember that everything we do is for them. In sharing that reciprocal love that we have, I think it's absolutely incredible. Incredible to be standing here, and incredible to see all of my mentors in the crowd. Your hard work to get here. Those ones gone and here. The hard work that our ancestors did. The healing that each one of them have taken part in. Now with that, I actually need to go get my dancers ready. So, syuw'entst. It's Quw'utsun Smun'eem. These are our children here. The next song that we're going to perform for you, well, I'll explain this one first. This is our Sulsulxumaat song. And our Sulsulxumaat. These are our guardians of the forest. Now, if you were younger, Sulsulxumaat and Sulsulxumaat, they're stories that were told to us. And I remember they used to tell me, Sulsulxumaat is going to come get you. You're not going to listen, or if you're out after dark. But I wanted to remind these kids that, you know, if you're listening, she won't. But they are also our guardians. The secret The forest, that's their territory. And we're taught that we need to respect that place. Respecting those places, because that's their land. And we have an important relationship with them. One where they never actually really bothered us. We took care of each other. If there was respect there, we took care of each other all the time. I'm told when I was growing up, there was a trail that was used by Sulsulxumaat. My grand would ask us just to leave a little bit of food offerings there. No garbage, just offerings. And sometimes we heard my auntie would tell us they were howling last night. And so, I have another story. It's pretty funny, but that one's for later. It's important that we understand when we enter those domains, those territories. And what was explained to me, I didn't start hunting until later in life. I grew up fishing on the river. My late dad was a fisherman. But when I started hunting, I used to come down and say, "Oh, I got skunked. I got nothing. Nothing at all." And an elder corrected me and they said, "No. What did you come down with? Really think about it." So I sat there and I thought, I was like, you know what? I found medicine. Slachen. And they said, "Well, what about the other time?" I said, "Oh, I found a beautiful bath bowl. The other time I went up." They said, "Did you go in?" I said, "Yeah, I did. I went in there." And they said, "Well, what else? What about the other times you went up?" And I said, "Oh, I came down with a song." And they said, "Well, you never ever come down empty-handed, do you?" So in that moment, I was humbled. An elder told me, anytime you go there, you always come back with something. And so, this next song is called our bird song. Myself and syuw'entst, we went hunting. We didn't see anything, but we came down with a song instead. Our bird song is for the girls to dance to. It explains the day and how it starts off slow, it picks up, and then it comes down again. And so with that, this is our bird song. What you'll see is the boys are going to emanate, coming into play. oh, 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 I just want to point out some of the older kids that you see here. The ones that have been with us since the beginning. And the ones that really helped me out. You can see a lot of them. The older ones shifting the younger ones. Telling them where to be, where to stand, where to go, how to dance, how to spin, which way to spin. It's important. And I tell them all the time, I need you. I need you. Because I can't sing and teach them how to dance. And believe me, I've tried. I was only able to sing for maybe 2 minutes and then I was done. And I had to catch my breath and probably sitting on a chair going, It's important. And you can see them talking to each other, amongst each other, working together. I really like to point these things out. That nothing can work without working together. That we all need each other. And so this next song, I was actually learning Hul'q'umi'num, and I was in one of my classes. And Late Chief William Seymour had this passage written down. I really wanted to remember it. And how I was able to remember it was only through a song. I had to sing it. Not syuw'entst advocacy. People were strong people. And part of that was that they needed canoes. The canoes were what made them strong. And I remember being a paddler. Yeah, I was a paddler. And that training was never easy. You know, my dad was on me all the time. You know, he'd wake me up early in the morning. You go for a run. Or a walk even. If you're going to walk, go walk all the way up to the top of Mount Syuw'entst and come back down. And I want you here back in time to go to school or to go to work. And so that's what I used to do. I used to walk up that mountain and come back down. But then all of my trainers said, you have to start right from here at Cow Bay and run all the way up to the four-way. That was our route as youth. You run up that hill to the four-way, come back down, and then you jump on a single. After you're done the single, then you go out into the canoe. This is stuff that I remembered, and so that's why I wanted to remember this passage. They're canoe pullers, our people, their passion for sports, their passion, it really sparks something in you when you feel like you have a purpose and you're taking care of your body. And I think about a lot of our elders who get up and still practice some of those routines of going for a walk or getting up and moving. Lots of people say it's stubbornness. They don't want to sit down. I'm always chasing them. And I chased my grandpa to bingo. You know, he was committed. And I remember I didn't get up right away one morning. He was already way up the road. I had to run down the stairs, get in my car and go pick him up. And he goes, well, you weren't getting up. So I started walking to bingo. And so that's what taught me. So when our elders are ready to move, you better get your shoes on. You better get out that door because they're leaving and they're going. It also taught me to be ready. What I'm trying to teach these guys is there's talk of Indian time all the time. Indian time, you hear that? Oh, it's Indian time. And what was taught to me is Indian time doesn't mean you're late. It means you're early. You're prepared. Prepared for whatever's there. waiting there for that work to start to happen, waiting there for whatever is going to happen. You know, if you're going out in the canoe, they say they're going out at 5:30, you're there at 4:30, 5 o'clock, waiting, already done your run. If there's a work going on, you show up early in the morning and you wait there until it starts. So these things, I'm trying to teach these guys. And it's important to walk hand in hand with them. Because I can say confidently myself that all my mentors here, their hands are a little bit further away from me. But that's because they're confident that what they've taught me, they've trusted in it to let me go a little bit further. So that's what I think of when I'm holding my kindergartners' hands, or when they're coming up to hold them close, walk with them in hand when we're out in the park, giving them hugs, keeping them close, walking beside them, teaching them. And with my older ones here, I've let them go just a little bit more. When you're confident in what you give them, they start to live what you've taught them. And so we'll sing the song that helped me remember that passage. And what you'll see is I'm going to have my girls line up and my boys come line up in here, coming home. Oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, oh, hey, oh, oh, hey, oh, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, oh, hey, oh, oh, hey, oh. Oh, we have, this one's our river song. We call it River just because that's where we heard it. We were down at the river, the kids were all standing there. I had my drum and we just started singing, and this is what came out. Now it's important to know, and what I was telling these guys is you can try and work on a song so hard and it won't come. Sometimes it just won't come when you're trying to figure out that tune, you're trying to figure out those beats, and it just won't come. But sometimes you'll go to a place and you'll just hear it, like someone singing in your ear. And so I always tell them, make sure you're listening. Make sure you're listening when you're out in the forest. Make sure you're listening when you're down at the river. Because our ancestors, they'll sing to you. Those trees coming through, the wind coming through those trees, it'll sing to you. So just listen, just be quiet and listen and you'll hear it. And this is a song that we heard. We call it our river song. So it's important to also know that even though I place a lot of responsibility on their shoulders, is that they have fun. This is our dead fish song. We only call it dead fish because at the time when I was teaching, I was taught a game. And they would say, if you want a moment of silence in your classroom, scream out dead fish. And I was like, oh, okay. So you scream out dead fish, and all your kids will drop to the floor and they'll just play dead. So if you want your class to silence up a little bit, that's how we did it. But we're not going to do that. And because I'm teaching these guys to be a little bit stronger in their cores and their legs, they have to go into a squat. They need to hold a squat. And so, this is also our version of musical chairs. They have to learn the pitch and tone of the song. They have to learn what verse they're in. So while they're being physically active, they have to tune their ear to that. real quickly, we'll show you a demonstration of what that would look like. And I'm going to ask Miss Charlie if she can help me out. I'm going to ask my kids, because we're going to make this go a little bit faster, not to be offended if you're tapped, even if you're in beat. Okay? Oh, 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 eh. Oh, 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 eh. Hi, eh, hi, eh, hi, eh, oh, eh. Hi, eh, hi, eh, hi, eh, oh, eh. Hi, eh, hi, eh, hi, eh, oh, eh. So the important part of this is I like to mix it up. So they need to pay attention. Hi, 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 how, 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 hi, Yeah. This is our dance group. It's important that they know that they have responsibilities, but it's fun. It's important that we teach them those parts of our life that we make sure that they have fun while they're learning. And that song was specifically created, and it came through play. And so with that, I'd like to say, Syuw'entst.